13 constellations of the zodiac. Spreading 947 square degrees across, it is the 12th largest constellation of the zodiac. Leo can be found in the night sky by first finding the sickle shape that forms the head and mane of the lion. He is better seen in the northern hemisphere during the spring season or in the southern hemisphere during the fall. You can find Leo near his neighbors Cancer to the west and Virgo to the east. Also near Leo Minor, Ursa Major, Hydra, and Crater.
In an attempt to appease the god Zeus, Hercules tracked a lion across the countryside in the country of Nemea. He found his foe before a cave and found that his arrows were ineffective. Hercules picked up a club, never to use it, as he wrestles with the lion to eventually triumph by choking him to death. This was Hercules' first triumph as a human god, and then used this lion's pelt as an impenetrable shield in further battles. This is the first history of Leo the lion.
The story of Pyramus and Thisbe. The two grew up as children together in a one-room house, connected by a thin wall with a hole in the center. They were forbidden to marry one another. They became fed up with their parents' orders and made plans through the wall to elope outside the city. Thisbe was the first to arrive at the mulberry tree. She saw a lion covered in blood from a previous kill. Frightened, she ran away, leaving her cloak behind. Pyramus walked up and saw that Thisbe's cloak was covered in blood and ripped in pieces from the lion walking on it. Thinking his love had been eaten, he grabbed his sword and stabbed himself in the heart, unable to live without his true love. Soon after, Thisbe returned to the bush to see Pyramus dead on the ground. Struck with grief, she then picks up Pyramus' sword and stabs herself, so that she may die with her love. This is why all mulberries remain red to this day. Zeus then places the lion in the sky as a tribute to Pyramus and Thisbe.
The ancient Egyptians believed that the sun rose near the star Nebula in the Leo constellation. In astrology, sun sign Leo is associated with the Leo constellation. The sun enters the constellation on July 23rd and it leaves it on August 22nd. Therefore, people born in this period are known as Leos. Ancient physicians thought that when the sun was high in the sky, that it was a sign that medicine was a poison and a bath was equally harmful. While the weather-wise said that thunder foretold sedition and the deaths of great men. Egyptians worshipped the stars of Leo because the rise of their great river was coincided with their sun's entrance among them. For the same reason, the great Hadrosphinx is said to have been sculptured with Leo's body and the head of the adjacent Virgo. Distinct references made to Leo in the inscription on the walls of the Ramesseum. Regulus, Latin for Little King, is the brightest star in Leo and one of the brightest in the night sky. Laying 77.5 light-years from Earth, Regulus is a 4-star system. Best seen in the evening in the northern hemisphere in late winter and spring. Regulus is the 21st brightest star in the sky, with a light output dominated by stars Regulus A and B. With a mass 3.5 times the Sun's mass, it is relatively young, as the star is a few billion years old.
The nebula. It's the second brightest star in the constellation Leo. It's 36 light-years away from us. It has 75% more mass than the Sun, and 12 times the Sun's luminosity. Its temperature is about 8500 Kelvin. It is an A-type main sequence star.
Zosma, or Delta Leonis, is located at the hip of the lion and is about 58.4 light-years away. It is 15 times more luminous than the Sun, and its temperature is 8,296 Kelvin.
Algebra, or Gamma Leonis, originates from Arabic meaning forehead. Gamma Leonis lies 130 light-years away from Earth and is 4,470 degrees Kelvin. It's a binary star system consisting of two stars.
The famous group of Leo triplet are three large spiral galaxies. They can be introduced as a group, which is called the triplet galaxies, or they can be introduced individually as NGC 3628 on the left side, M66 on the bottom right, and M65 on the top right. The three galaxies in the Leo triplet span over 500,000 light-years, at the trio's estimated distance of 30 million light-years.
M66 is a spiral galaxy located in the Leo triplet. It is about 100,000 light-years across and is 35 million light-years away from us. It contains blue star clusters with pink star regions. NGC 3628 is a spiral galaxy located in Leo triplet. Also known as the Hamburger Galaxy, it is 100,000 light-years across and is 35 million light-years away. It also contains blue star clusters and pink star forming regions, and it also has a tidal tail.
M95 is a barred spiral galaxy which spans about 50,000 light-years across and lies about 38 million light-years away from us. The spiral arms of M95 are depicted by open clusters of bright blue stars, lanes of dark dust, and the diffuse glow of billions of faint stars. M96 is a spiral galaxy that spans 100,000 light-years across and is about 38 million light-years away. M96 is also a member of the Leo 1 galaxy group, just like its neighbor in space, M95. NGC 2930 is a spiral galaxy about 20 million light-years away, and at the size of 80,000 light-years across, it can be seen with a small telescope toward the constellation Leo. This galaxy has wide blue spiral arms and a central region that has a mix of old and young star clusters.
NGC 3190 is a spiral galaxy. It is the largest member of the Hickson 44 group and is one of the nearest groups of galaxies to our own. It has finely textured dust lanes surrounded by a bright, glowing center of a picturesque spiral. NGC 3190 spans about 75,000 light-years across and is visible with a small telescope towards the constellation Leo. It has gravitational tidal interactions with other members of its group and has caused likely the cause of spiral arms of NGC 3190 to appear asymmetric around the center. NGC 3370 is a spiral galaxy similar in size and to the grand design of our home galaxy. It lies about 100 million light-years away towards the constellation Leo. Other than it being photogenic, it has proven sharp enough to study individual stars known as Cepheus. These pulsating stars have been used to accurately determine NGC 3370's distance. It was chosen for this study because in 1994, the spiral galaxy was also home to a well-studied stellar explosion. This explosion has helped reveal the size and expansion rate of our entire universe itself. NGC 3521 is a spiral galaxy that lies 35 million light-years away towards the constellation Leo. It is relatively bright in the night sky and is easily visible in a small telescope, but is often overlooked by amateur imagers in favor of other Leo spiral galaxies. For its characteristics patchy, irregular spiral arms laced with dust, pink star-forming regions, and clusters of young blue stars. The shells are likely tidal debris, streams of stars torn from satellite galaxies and have undergone mergers with NGC 3521 in the distant past. Peculiar ARP-87 is a cosmic bridge of stars, gas, and dust stretched for over 75,000 light-years and is a peculiar pair of galaxies. These two immense star systems have passed close to each other and have experienced violent tides induced by gravity. While such interactions are drawn out over billions of years, Repeated passages should ultimately result in the merging of these galaxies into a large single galaxy of stars. The ARP pair are about 30 million light-years distance towards the constellation Leo.
Leo Ring is a cloud containing helium and hydrogen gas. It can be found orbiting two galaxies. Discovered in 1983, it is a remnant of a galaxy collision. It is 650,000 light-years away.
You should know. Listen to my music.
Frosty Leo Nebula, or IRAS 0937, gets its name from having water in the form of ice particles. It is 3,000 light-years away, and it was formed far from a galactic view and away from interstellar clouds.
Just a waste of time.
The Leonidas meteor shower is associated with the comet Tempel-Tuttle. These meteors are called Leonidas, and their radiant is located in the Leo constellation, which makes them appear as if they were being radiated from the constellation itself. Except for Regulus, all the other stars in the Leo constellation are named in Arabic.
Forget about your city.